Oh, Hall's returned. Good. There's an option here for a reason, by the way, and for right now, I'm gonna make a quick let's pull back option, because I forgot to actually save before I wandered over here. So let's make a quick landing over here. Call the Moogle, make a quick save. I've returned, Capitan! And then we'll go in. Only 26 hours with, like, you know, 6 of those being me just idling with the game running in the background while I do something else. Alright, now we can go through Shimmering Isles. I wish this thing had a slightly better turn radius than a dying walrus. I really should have put more turn rotors on it. Rudders? Rotors? Rudders and rotors, technically. Cutscene get. Hooray! That was fun. Dying walruses are quite the ninja. I don't know about that. Hello, old man. Hello, skipping dialogue boxes. Am I going for Excalibur 2? If I was, I would be about 24 hours late. Not 24 hours, 14 hours late. You are not prepared. Wait, no, that's the wrong game. Zombie ninja walruses. Walrus eye. What's the plural for walrus? Is it just walrus? If you're confused about Excalibur 2, by the way, Excalibur 2, the only requirement is a time requirement. The time requirement is actually fairly strict, and it requires you more or less speedrun. You've got, 4 extra hours between the best speedrun time and Excalibur 2's requirement, give or take. Welcome to Terra. With 2 R's. You think it's walrus with a little thingy. With the little thingy would imply ownership, though. Like the walrus's teacup. I don't think we're bothering the walrus's teacup. Also, if you're I think if you're about level 42 or below, the random encounters here are very tricky, so make sure you're topped up on Phoenix Downs, high potions, elixirs, as many as you could get before you get in here, because the encounters are pretty hard. At my level, they're basically a joke. Excalibur 1 is just a regular thing that you can get at any point. Well, not at any point, but there's no time requirement or any bollocks like that. Oh no, he gave himself reflect. Oh. He's dead. Hello, Kishi. Kishi. Kishikaru. Kishi. I'm adding extra letters in there just because it sounds cooler, by the way. Oh, for God's sake. Sadly, I can't just turn off random encounters. Because I don't have, you know, no random encounters. So we get to go through all of the gelatinous blobs that inhabit Terra. Not that the gelatinous blobs that inhabit Terra are hard. Plural walrus or walruses. Either or. God dang English language and its indecisiveness. At this point, by the way, the money is more or less worthless. Given the amount of money I have and the amount of money I will have when we're done with this, I'm not concerned in any way, shape, or form. It's a Germanic word. God dang Germanic language and its indecisiveness. Hey! It's Dippin' Dots. It caused virus, by the way. Oh yeah, let's trance. That's great. I could cast double death. I could cast double combat too. I think these are really strong against either magic or physical, and I can't remember which one. I think it's magic. Seems to be magic. Apparently it's just going to infect everyone with virus, that's fine. This is kind of true of every RPG. When you get to this point in the game, the money you have is more or less worthless. Explosions! Actually, did a good chunk of damage. Well done, movers. Or Dippin' Dots. Dippin' movers. If we could eventually kill this thing, that would be swell. Hey, there we go. That was an unnecessarily long fight. Maybe we'll see what magic does to him next time we fight him. Because there will be a next time. I think doesn't Akasha do more damage than Moomin? Not that it matters, neither of them realistically should be hitting things like that. I never bought vaccines, did I? I have 2. Two vaccines. Probably should have got some vaccines. And some more high potions. And high vaccines. That's how I climb, apparently. There's treasure here, isn't there? Somewhere. Get on the thing. The magical glowy webs of magic, for whatever reason. Also, there's no save point in here for quite a while. So, if you didn't save outside and you're a lower level, you might have a bad day in here. I know what Akasha could do. She could scan the Hekdies. Which is gonna do a whole lot of nothing. Oh. Hey, guard. I don't remember if scan tells you elemental weaknesses or not. Scan's kind of not very useful in this game. Look at the MP on that bad boy. It's a demon! Undead demon. Weak against fire. It does tell you elemental weakness. Weak against holy, because it's undead. Akasha is a glorified scanner. No, she'll be useful. Technically, she could kill this thing, because apparently it's weak to holy. Hold on a second. The freaking sniffles. Very sniffly. I don't know why, either. Very sniffly, though. No, don't jump. Go down, you dongle. Why is go down not the default option over here? That's a waste of a Phoenix Down. I'd much rather just cast Life on it than use a Phoenix Down. Hey, a Demon's Vest. Now you too can look like a Hecdize. Something very specific about her you might notice, by the way. Kill it with Feather. Assuming Phoenix Down. It's not Phoenix Feather in this game, that would be weird. There's Phoenix Pinions, which I don't think we've used any of, but whatever. We get a big chunk of story now. And if you haven't already noticed, she has a tail. It's a very important factor to notice that she has a tail. She too has a bad haircut. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a very stylish haircut. Isn't down just feathers? Yes, in fact, it's just a feather, but you know what I mean. It's not called Phoenix Feathers. Welcome to Brandball. Apparently no one in Terra knows how to make a decent text font, so... Suddenly cutscene! Oh, is this the part where everything explodes, or does that happen later? That butt shot. And Akasha's gonna go back into shock now. You're 20 seconds behind? That's about average, to be honest. About average at this point, anyway. It's not really the fact that, the big eye gazed at her, it's the fact that that literally obliterated her entire kingdom. Dun dun dun, mysterious text of doom. You must go reconnoiter at once. Fancy words. Well, I mean, technically her entire kingdom consists of Alexandria. There's literally nothing else over on that side of the map. Except for, no, is Trino over there? Trino might be in that territory, I'm not sure. So two things. It obliterated 50% of her kingdom, and probably like 90% of the wealth. You thought 7 seconds were normal? Partner channels. Unpartnered channels is closer to 15 to 30. Partnered channels are faster because you can watch, what's it? Non-transcoderified or whatever footage. Dali is like 12 people. Do you really want to count Dali in any sort of anything? At least Trino has a reasonable population and size. Dali's like 6 buildings and a tiny farm plot. By night, do you mean the condition in which light recedes? Yes. To the inn! Don't you time test me, mister. It also heavily depends on where you live, where the streamer lives, and what your internet's like. Obviously, if you buffer a lot, you're gonna get farther and farther away. Hitbox Master Race. Let me know when Hitbox can actually support the population that it requires to live. Excuse me, do you have any medicine? These people are so rude. So rude, I'm gonna say nya, apparently. You actually have quality options. Why do you have quality options? Does everyone have quality options? How did you get quality options? Where am I streaming at? Florida. Florida. The writer of flows. She will awaken soon. Where is your man? Well, that's basically the response you would probably have to where is your man. He and Akasha are super hot for each other. You see this? You do have... Why do you have quality options? It's random. Tell him I am waiting in the underground laboratory. How rude. You have that too? It's weird. What a bimbo. I don't know if someone your age should be calling people bimbos, but okay. I usually don't have the equality option dingle-dongle. I'm sure most of you are already aware of that, unless they've decided to just start giving me the quality options for some reason. I'll have to check out some other small streams and see if they have quality options too. Maybe they've opened that up for everyone or something. It's not like I have, you know, a lot of viewers to qualify for getting video options as far as I'm aware. It's the blue light man. Remember the dude said something about the blue moon earlier, by the way. I remembered. I forgot to put the T on. It was the airship. It took away everything. Now I desire its power. That way I can be a better queen and kill my enemies or something. You're still pale. She's always that pale. She said she's waiting for you in some underground laboratory. What a pervert. Apparently we're gonna get it on in an underground laboratory. We're gonna do some testing. Without Akasha. I think the lab's over here. I don't remember specifically which building, so we're just gonna head in random buildings until I find it. It may actually even be this one. It's not, but there's a Moogle. Which may or may not have a shop option. I think it does. Also just hit my desk. Moogle, please. Thank you. How do you get trapped inside that? How'd you get in that with the lid on top of it anyway? You can have a shop. We're not going to though. We may actually buy some hot monkey action. Is it up here? We may buy some high potions before we leave here. Don't forget to put the lotion on your skin. I thought you were supposed to put it in the basket. Or do you put it on your skin and then in the basket? How do I order? Is it you I have to talk to? Excuse me, lady. All these guys who look exactly like me with the same hairstyle, the same hair color, the same eye color, the same tail. You're all zombies. It is the name of the seed given to us. That would mean we're all sperms. Emo Zidane soon. Not to the level of Cloud, sadly. Emo Cloud is that's like the epitome of emotional main story characters. You are special. You're a snowflake. Those guys thought they're girls. Some of them are girls, some of them are guys. Who I'm assuming cannot reproduce because they, you know, they're kind of created. So I'm not entirely sure why they actually have genders. Maybe they can reproduce, who knows. Emo Squall, aka Squall, you can't really top Cloud. Can't even really argue that, to be honest. Considering what, like, 60% of the story is Cloud just kind of being a shell of nothingness. The other 40% is Cloud thinking he's someone else, so effectively a shell of nothingness. And then at the very end he stabs someone with a sword 8 times. Specifically 8 times. No, I'm not doing FF8. See? Scottum knows what's up. If you're surrounded by idiots, you just give up at some point. You stop caring. Come. Come! There's more testing to be done in perverted underground laboratories. Go find Sleepy. I desire a bed friend. A bed buddy. I should do FF7 or 6. I've done 7 and I started 6 and then stopped. Primarily because I was getting aggravated with internet problems, and then it was so long since I stopped, I never picked it back up. Someone named Nipgasm agrees with me. Hooray. I should do Dragon Quest X. Despite the fact it's in Japanese and is an MMO. I've heard it's actually really good. Like, really good. But, you know, it's Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese, so... You stand here, say nothing, then you just like other dummies. No can tell difference. Hooray! I think the only Dragon Quest I've even touched is, I think actually 7. And by touched, I mean, like, actually ran at all. And that was only for like 10 minutes or something. I've heard from people in the Square Enix MMO category that Dragon Quest X is more along the lines of FF11, in that you basically require a party to do more or less anything, and you get, you know, bonuses and stuff like that, but I mean, it's an MMO, sign me up for that. So it kind of has the FF11 approach to difficulty and gameplay and stuff like that, social nonsense. It's never going to get ported over to America, sadly. I might just have to learn Japanese and get a VPN to play it. That's the opening screen, more or less, yeah. That's basically as far as I've gotten. What are you doing, Moomin? Talking with the natives. They're a lot like the black mages we saw on the cargo ship, otherwise known as puppets. Their minds are out to lunch. A magnificent meal. Wonder what my mind is having for lunch. I had a turkey sandwich with some cheese and mayo. Heightened recognition of visual stimuli is a necessary condition for bodies to be used as vessels. You what, mate? There's so many Nintendo games that I just want to play. Even despite Nintendo's insistence on hating YouTube. There's so many games that they have that I just have an interest in. Sadly, they're all things I don't have, like Wii U, Wii and Wii U technically, but you know, the Wii category, and 3DS. And 3DS is a pain to capture, and I don't have a Wii, so... You had soup and rice for lunch. Soup and rice. Sounds like a traditional Asian lunch. You couldn't find one Dynasty Quest, no. Dragon Quest. Let's play that you liked. I have very few people that I actually watch videos for. Like, very few. And it's usually because I'll look up stuff and I'll find, you know, an old series that they did that I liked, and I'll look at their new stuff and they're completely different and I don't like it, so I don't watch it anymore. What are you up to?